By far, I think the biggest thing that's helped me in my business is the VFP meetings.
I learned a lot about myself. I kind of felt like, hey, these guys are here to give me a job, so it's my turn to make sure I'm ready.
Just don't let your disability get in your way. I want more in life. I want to work.
The reason I found the VFP meetings so helpful is because, for one, my confidence level when I initially started these meetings was fairly low, and through these meetings, I mean, there's nothing that'll build your confidence more than to have a group of people who all have their own talents in their own different areas, and they're all gathered together, and their main goal is just to make you successful, and that just helped me tremendously.
The first thing was just us communicating, getting to know each other, what my likes were, what my dislikes were, what interests I had, whether it was hobbies or career paths I thought I could maybe check out or was interested in.
On my team, helping me through the process of my job goal, were my DVR counselor, my employment specialist, benefits counselor, and then a web design instructor. And the DVR counselor was there to kind of oversee the whole process and nudge us all in the right direction. The employment specialist really helped me with figuring out, like, if my disability would get in the way of me having my own business, set up informational interviews to help me decide whether I did want to work at home or if I wanted to work for somebody else, and the informational interviews were a huge asset.
Something that I always looked at from any, whether it's going to school, doing a job, or anything, was always whether or not it was interesting to me. If I don't have interest in it, I'm set. I can safely say I'm not going to do real well. And that's where, with the interviews that we did, checking out the workplace, talking to the employees that could have been my future coworkers. And once I was able to get there and kind of get an idea of what the normal day-to-day activity would be and what was involved, I get to decide for myself.
My employment specialist set me up with different informational interviews, and they ended up really helping me because, well, for one, I couldn't decide whether I wanted to work at home or work for somebody else. So the employment specialist set me up with interviews with people who were already working in my field, and they really gave me an understanding of what it took to run my own business, the sacrifices I would have to make, if my disability would get in the way at all or not, and just really helped me understand what it took to have a home-based business. Well, the way it all started with me actually driving my own vehicle was I was in a VFP meeting, and I had been working with DVR for a number of years, and my counselor just brought it up one day and said, "Have you ever thought about driving and how that could really benefit your business?" And I said, "No." I said, I have very limited mobility. There's no way I could drive. And she said, "Yeah, have you ever heard of a joystick? Driving with a joystick?" And I was blown away, and it was actually at that meeting that I realized just how much my team really cared, because I immediately got big tears in my eyes just thinking about the prospects of being able to drive and have that independence.
So my job really means a lot to me. I don't know where I'd be without my job. I could just, like I said, I could just sit home and not worry about getting up to go to work at 7, because I gotta have nurses and stuff. It would be so much easier just to sit at home and not worry about the job. It would be a lot easier, but that's just not me. No matter what, if you're healthy or just or disabled, if you want to work, go ahead and work.
Just don't let your disability get in your way. I want to work. I want more in life. If you have goals in life, then go for them. There's nothing that will stop you from what you're doing.
I can honestly say I love my job. I've been at different jobs in the past where you never want to get there before it's time to get there. Where now I get up in the morning and I can get there as early as I want. And I know there's something for me to do. There's always something there waiting for me from the day before, or that came in overnight for me to get busy and get working right away.
I don't think without the meetings I would be where I am today, because having all those like-minded people in one room putting their heads together for one common goal, it's just, we always accomplish so much at the meetings. They were great.
We all work together. We're all one big team, and that's what people have to look at, is that you are a team and you have to work as a team player. And if you're not willing to work with your team, you're not going to get anywhere.